Wanna hang out in the woods with some naked presidents?
Let's talk about that. Good mythical morning.
We gonna get secret today, y'all. Yeah. Or we're gonna get exposed. Or we're gonna expose secrets.
There you go. That's what we're gonna do.
It's gonna happen.
Gotta stay clear on
In a
that.
previous episode called Illuminati or Illuminat, we discussed which celebrities were in the Illuminati, one of the most famous secret societies. So we're not going there today, but we are going to turn the all-seeing gaze of research towards other societies of secretness.
That's right. So what we're gonna do is we have done some research on the 4 most prominent secret societies in the world, and then we're gonna give you some of their deepest, darkest secrets, and then give you our professional entertainment assessment so you can know what to think about these things, because you don't need to think for yourselves, you need to listen to us.
Yes, listen to us. All right, let them have the first one.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you about the first one. Freemasons, you've heard of these guys. They're the world's largest secret society with over 6 million members. They got started way back in the 14th century, and I didn't know this until I started looking this up. They actually were masons, like bricklayers, right from the start.
They didn't charge?
I don't know. I see where you're going with that. I'm gonna point at you. Past and present members include Benjamin Franklin, George Washington, Mozart, John Wayne, John Elway, and Shaq. Probably because he's laid so many bricks. Sports joke.
Shaq and Mozart in the same thing.
Sports joke. I know none of you care, so I'm just doing it for this camera. Sports joke. Bricklayer is when you miss a shot. He's really bad at free throws. Don't worry about it. And my wife's grandfather,
Mozart.
Papa, was also a Freemason. Now, okay.
Papa, yeah.
So here's a couple of things. Basically, the idea that a lot of people have about them is that they've been around for a long time and they've been constantly working to get the whole one world government, the New World Order started. Even going back to evidence on the $1 bill, you see the all-seeing eye on the top of the pyramid on every $1 bill. They're purported to have been the ones responsible for putting it on there. Also, it says New Order Ages, that's Novus Ordo Seclorum on the $1 bill, New World Order of the Ages. People say they faked the moon landing. They were the ones responsible for that, because we know that was fake, right? Well, we did a show about that. Also, and if you ascend to the 33rd degree, the highest level of Freemasons, you must drink blood out of a human skull. So this is very, dark, mysterious, a lot of bad stuff going on, but I know Papa. Let me tell you about Papa. Papa was a Freemason. The only thing sinister that the man ever did was get addicted to nasal spray. And he did that with a passion. He used it all the time. But listen, this is just...
He said, I'm not addicted to it, I use it every day.
Maybe in the past this was a big deal, but now this is just a bunch of old men with funny hats who like to eat barbecue together, do secret handshakes, and possibly abuse nasal spray in mass quantities. It's okay, not a threat. Freemasons, not a threat. You heard it here.
Founded in 1832, Skull and Bones is the one I'm teeing up. It is the oldest secret society at Yale. They meet in a windowless tomb. Some bonesmen include William H. Taft, John Kerry, and many members of the Bush family.
Oh, those Bushes.
Basically, it's a college frat for seniors.
Bush's Baked Beans or Bush the Presidents?
Bush the Presidents.
Got it.
Maybe the Baked Beans guy, too.
I don't know. They're good baked beans. Not a sponsor. Could be if you're into it, though.
That's true. 15 new members are added on tap day every year from the rising senior class. And then there's a hazing week where they play games, they jump into mud piles, they play fun games like Bush Family Trivia Night.
Oh, wow.
I've been playing that with my kids for years. They absolutely
Who doesn't already
love it.
have that?
Dad, can we play Bush Family Trivia Night again? Yeah, you're gonna go to Yale one day, son. You're gonna be in the Skull and Bones.
That's right, get some free beans.
They give out nicknames, including Long Devil, Boaz, Uncle Remus, Thor, Sancho Panza.
Those aren't nicknames, those are just like names for other people in the past.
H.W. Bush was named Magog.
Oh Magog. He was? Really?
Yeah, and new initiates have to go into a coffin and lie down and recite their intimacy details from their past. I'm just gonna put it that way.
Those intimacy details, okay.
And in the 1990s, women were added. Women can become bonesmen.
Women.
Yeah, women.
Throw some women in there.
Women can now be added into the mix. So here's my assessment. I want in. I mean, you're jumping into mud piles, you're playing games, you got nicknames. I mean, you would be Long Devil because you're the tallest guy. The tallest guy is called Long Devil. Call me Boaz.
I want to be Big Buck. I'll be a part if you call me Big Book.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to call myself Big Book.
Yeah, I don't
Can
think
we be a part of it?
You can't give yourself a nickname.
Well, hell, but you go in, you get in first, and then when I show up, you're like, call him Big Buck. We should call him Big Buck. We got a whole strategy. So you're into that. That's your assessment.
My assessment is I want in.
How about the Bilderberg Group, started in 1954?
I've heard of them.
There's a lot of mystery surrounding them because basically this is an invitation-only conference. It happens once a year where various world leaders show up to this hotel. I think they do it in different places every year. But
Very high security.
yeah, well,
You can't infiltrate that.
and there's people like Bill Clinton, Prince Charles, Henry Kissinger, Steven Spielberg, Donald Rumsfeld, Rupert Murdoch. Some of the biggest names in politics and media come together and meet. Now listen, they must come alone. Like they can bring their like personal assistants and their people, but their people have to like be in this other place. They can't eat with them. They can't be in the event. No press is allowed. No details are released to the public. There are armed guards outside. There are fighter jets that patrol the area, the airspace around this thing. So you would be tempted to think, this is something is going down. Ever since 1954, something big has been going down. And of course, lots of people say that they're planning for the one world government and one world army and one world central bank and all this stuff, and that's what they're getting there talking about. But I've done some professional research, and I have a theory.
Okay. Tell me your
First
theory.
of all, people often call these guys the Bilderbergers. There's a sign.
Of what?
In 1954, they had their first meeting. I ain't making this up. In 1955, you know what happened? The first Mickey D's opened up.
Okay.
I'm not done. In June of this year, they had their meeting. And then in October, Burger King released the Black Halloween Whopper. Link, have you heard of a store that Stevie used to work at called Build-A-Bear?
Yes.
Who's to say that there's not something called a Build-A-Burger? And that's what just think about Bill Clinton. He's sitting there, he's like, hey guys, listen. This year, Burger King Black Whopper. And no, you know what? And let's while we're at it, let's get him to do a long burger, extra long, 2 patties side by side.
And you know what? We can take those fry containers and we can put chicken in them.
Yeah. That's not a burger though. We can't build
Who
that.
cares?
We're the Build-A-Burgers.
We can sub that out.
That's what they're doing, people. Don't get so excited. They're just planning menu items for fast food restaurants.
Actually, once you told me that, I started to get really excited.
Okay.
Like, I'm gonna run some fighter jets over somebody.
They're
coming up
doing
with
a good job. Keep it up, Build-A-Burgers.
Love those burgers.
I love that Black Whopper. Makes your poop green.
Oh, Stevie worked at Build-A-Bear. let's just hang out on that for a second. All right, and then let's hang out at the Bohemian Grove, the greatest men's party on earth.
Oh, I'm in.
This is a campground located in Mount Rio, California, about 75 miles north of San Francisco. So you're getting up into Redwood territory. Every July,
beautiful up there.
They host a 2-week camp for some of the most prominent men in the world. Men only, no women, only men.
All right.
During this 2-week thing. Other times of the year, women can come, but they have to leave by like 9 p.m.
No,
like
the women have a curfew.
Yeah, the women have a curfew.
Okay. I don't know how I feel about that.
The stated objective of the 2-week camp is to, quote, share a passion for the outdoors, music, and theater. But what really goes on inside? Well, first thing we do know is back in 1942, the planning of the Manhattan Project, which led to the first atomic bomb, took place there. So there's some
That's big.
There's some stuff going on.
That's serious business.
And I have turned my research to unearth some secrets here.
Okay.
And what I've found is that they also smoke cigars.
Oh.
Some of these men like to
Smoky.
dress as women. That's right. And the rest of them just like to hang out naked against redwoods.
What kind of guys like to dress like women?
Presidents,
We don't do that on this show.
leaders, and Internetainers. They have this ceremony called the cremation of care, where there's like clandestine footage of this stuff, like people in robes, and they've got this huge bonfire in front of a 30-foot statue of an owl that they call Moloch.
Oh yeah, Moloch. The 30-foot owl. That's
Well-
where I was? I
well-
thought that was a summer camp.
Well, Moloch is a Canaanite god that was associated with child sacrifice. So people say they sacrifice children at this thing, y'all. I mean, the fire is big, I can say that. But
okay, the fire is big.
here's my conclusion. My assessment is that basically it's like a boys' camp for old men who like to get naked against redwood trees. And every Republican president since Coolidge has been a member. Look at these men and ask yourself the question, do I want to hang out against redwood trees with these men naked? There's an easy answer to that question.
None of these guys look like they would look good naked.
It's
I
no.
will say that.
And they smell like campfire. It's like, man, you smell like a campfire and you look naked.
But naked.
Because you are naked.
But naked in the...
Were you a president? Because this is weird.
Naked in the firelight's different, though. Sometimes you can look good naked in a firelight. You get the right angle?
Can I show you the picture?
I can see Richard Nixon
Look at the men again,
naked.
Rhett.
No, Richard Nixon can't look good in any firelight.
The answer is no. And so the secret's out. I'm not on the waiting list, which could be like 30 years to go to the Bohemian
But we
Grove.
are going to join that other one that you talked about.
Skull and Bones,
Yeah,
baby.
let's get in on that. We got to go to Yale. That might be a problem.
Yeah, we're applying right now. Thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing.
You know what time it is.
Hey guys, my name is Brittany Taylor. I'm from Tyler, Texas, and it's time to spin the wheel of mythicality.
It's not too early to make that Christmas list, and when you do, remember to go to redlink.com/store.
Store.
Get some lip balm for the loved one in your life, or some beard oil for the man or woman with a beard in your life.
Click the Good Mythical More. We're gonna play Rocket League. It's soccer with cars in a video game.
Landing a plane, but you're not pilots.
Traffic control. We're up here and we're coming on down.
It's been a great flight here with everybody. I'm glad. Thanks for flying with us today, and we hope to see you next time.
Siri, can you play some Taylor Swift? That would be good for this, right?
I think
Well, upbeat something.
I think we should probably put the landing gear out about now, Dale.
All right.
I'm gonna hit this button
Let's
here.
put the landing gear down. Siri,
Yep. Now,
landing gear. All right, shiny buttons, and look at this.
question for you, Dale.
Yeah.
You a pilot?
Nope. Not much. What about you, Cindy?
Nope.
Go in that orange goal.
Oh, I just hit it in your goal. No. Ah!
Yeah.
I just
I knew
scored
you were
for
gonna
you.
hit it, and then I banked it in.